All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Welcome to episode 5 of our Hard Times Hog Farm Gameplay Series. I am the Ultra Farmer. I'm here with one of our pigs now. Maybe we'll call this Pig Buck. And we're just hanging out, but we got a lot of work to do today. It is November. We got to get these pigs all set for the winter. We got to get a bunch of pig food. We've got to get our fields and stuff ready for the springtime, which we'll be planting soybeans. We got to set down a new production facility so we can start feeding these pigs on the regular. We got a lot of things to do today, so let's get right into it. Buck's ready to go. Look at him stand up. He's ready. I'm ready. Let's get into it. Hey folks, I'm just coming out of the repair shop here, the Riverbend Auto Repairs. There was nothing really wrong with any of our units, but I got the boys to put on the extension for this truck finally. It cost us 4 grand, but I decided it was kind of worth it at this point, since we're going to kind of need it a little bit in the future, especially hauling around more pig food and grain and stuff as we get going. So yeah, the boys threw that on there, and then I got them to fill it with pig food. So I think this thing will hold 7,600 liters, but they just put in 7 pallets. And yeah, then we'll head back up to the farm. This will last a little bit. I mean, the pigs they're always hungry, that's for sure. But everything's going pretty solid on the farm. So I ended up going and doing that really large contract. Actually, let's go. I wanted to wait to accept it with you guys. Boom. 72,000. That was a lot of work. It took a long time to do that field. It took like 3 hours to get that field completely done. I set a worker to do it for a bit, and then I went and I took over for a bit because it's kind of like I can do it a little bit quicker, just like when I spin the tractor around and stuff like that. It saves a little bit of time, but it's just such a long field. There's just these long straight stretches. I was like, I'm just gonna set a worker and be done with it. But oh jeez, smashing into the neighbor's fence. But I got it done. That is easily the biggest field I've ever had to cultivate with those set. I'm glad we got that tractor and stuff though, because that 70 grand is going to help us a lot. That'll be able to help us get the production facility down for making pig food, which we desperately need, because it's gonna get expensive if we keep letting them grow and stuff like that. I may have to sell off some more pigs, kind of like we did last time in the meantime, just to keep it all going. Okay, I put down a new manure heap. I've done this I don't know how many times now. I'm just testing it out to see if it'll work. This is like the other ones I used were mods. That's the base game one. I'm hoping maybe that'll just be what needs to be done. It's kind of big and way bigger than we need, but we definitely need a manure heap that works. So I've been just trying to kind of mess with that, and yeah, just hope that that ends up working. Okay. Now this shouldn't take all, or will it take all of this? It'll be close. It'll be close. A couple hundred liters I think will be left in here. Yeah, 600. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, so our field, another thing that I'll probably end up buying, I'm gonna wait and see if it comes through on sale by any chance. It's a set of rollers because I want to get the yield bonus for these soybeans. But this field is pretty much good to go. We have to plant it. It's fertilized one stage. Oh, it needs plowing now. Yeah, we might have to get a plow. We might have to get a plow. Okay, that's all good. I'll kind of see how that goes. Plows I can get for about 15 to 20 grand. So maybe if a contract or something comes up throughout the winter, we can go do that. But basically what I'm going to do is get the pigs and stuff kind of set for the winter. We're going to get through into the springtime, and that's when I'll bring you guys back, and we'll start working on that field. We'll get what needs to be done on it, and yeah, we'll get planting some soybeans. Okay, so welcome to springtime here in Waseca County. I'm just leaving the stores right now. I bought us a set of plows, so maybe I'll show them off to you a little bit here. They're 6 meters wide, and they're going to work real good to help us get that field squared away. They were 17,000. Now, so the only thing that kind of happened between now, throughout the winters, I did one more cultivating contract, which I'll collect right now. I just kind of was waiting for you guys to be here to do that. And actually, while we're here, just before we get going too much, let's go into the finances. You know what? Let's just repay something real quick here. Let's try and make a habit of repaying some stuff. Let's go down to sold livestock. Oh, it doesn't show. I had to do it in November. I had to sell off a bunch of the pigs, and we're gonna have to sell off a bunch more. because they're they're eating too much. It's hard to explain, but basically that production, or the hog barn that we have, will hold 9,000 liters of food. Right now they keep reproducing, and there's 232 pigs in there right now, and they're eating too much per month. Like, they're overeating the amount of food that that thing can hold, and then their health is going down to zero because it's like there's not enough food in there for all of them. Blah blah blah. Long story long, I think I'm gonna have to end up building a second hog barn, and like if I want to get to 400 pigs, I think I'm gonna have to build a second hog barn, and make our like the pig sty, or like the little pasture area for our pigs, a bit smaller, and then just do like 200 in each set of barns. But that means we're gonna have to save up a bunch of money. We have to build another hog barn. It's gonna be a little difficult. So I'll probably have to sell some pigs off once we get back, and just I don't know how to do it just yet. I don't know if anyone has any tips or tricks. Make sure and leave it in the comment section below. I don't know what to do when you have too many animals like in a barn and they can't hold food. I could potentially get a whole bunch of pallets of pig food and just stock them outside, like where the drop off area is, and I think then that they might kind of like as soon as the food starts to go down, it'll take in some of those pallets, but I'm not 100% sure. One positive thing though is this manure heap seems to be working. Oh, now I say that when I'm here, but it's telling us that we have manure in there. Now it says we barely have any because that thing will hold like 4 million liters or something crazy. I'm not too sure, but yeah, so the manure heap seems to be working. I think maybe just those, I had ones that are modded that were a bit smaller. So I filled, now that we're here right now, I'll just show you. We got 232 pigs in there right now, but their health and stuff is quite low. Like that pig's brand new, so it doesn't really matter. But like this health is only at 28%, and so they won't reproduce when their health reproduction's at 50% there. Like these pigs at 12 months should be like 1,300 bucks. They should be worth like 1,300, but they're not, just because their health is low. It's only at 28%. But I've got this thing maxed out with food. This is just the breakdown of the food that I have in there. We can't actually put more of this stuff in. Yeah, so I don't know what to do. I got the pig food filled, and then I have this truck like half full or whatever. I dumped it in what I could to fill the thing right up, but yeah, I'm not 100% sure what to do to make that work. I gotta kind of just do some brainstorming, but all I can think of is I'm probably gonna have to get some sort of another hog barn, and yeah, and just split the pigs up, so that and then I would be able to have 18,000 liters of food, like 9,000 per, or something like that. Yeah, again, I'm kind of brainstorming it. I don't know exactly what to do. But back to farming. We have got a plow now, so I'm going to plow this field, which is awesome. And I'm going to plow this field, and then we'll be able to plant our soybeans in it. I probably will also buy us a set of rollers. I was hoping a set would come up in the stores, but they haven't. But I think I can get a set for like 12 grand. So we have the money now, and we still have the ability to go do some contracts if need be. Blah blah blah. You know the whole song and dance. But yeah, I'm gonna get this field plowed, and then we'll plant soybeans in it. So I think that's probably what we'll do. Is I'm thinking what I'll do is a little bit of a time lapse here of me plowing this field, and then I'll hook onto our planter, and we'll plant the soybeans in it as well. And then I'll bring you back once that's all kind of done, and we'll go up to the stores. We'll pick ourselves up a set of rollers. We'll come back and we'll roll this field, and yeah, we'll get growing some soybeans. Now that'll kind of be the last. Once we have soybeans in the silos, then we're gonna get through this year, get through the summer and stuff. I'll probably do some more cultivating slash contracts, maybe some fertilizing contracts throughout the summer and in the spring, maybe, to get into the winter when we're going to harvest the soybeans. Once we harvest the soybeans this fall, we're going to get the pig food making unit set down. It's 50 grand. So probably, yeah, I'll probably do some sort of a contractor or, bunch of contracts in the fall to kind of help pay for that a little bit. But I'm pretty excited because once that goes down, we're going to be able to just make our own pig food, and it'll just be better. It'll be cheaper for us. We still won't be able to just fully not buy pig food because I'll probably run out of the raw materials like wheat and stuff to do that, like to get the pig food, like have all the elements of it rather. So we're still grinding it out, right? We still got to grind out and just get this farm built up more and more and more. I've kind of been thinking about potentially, this is just like a rough thought, but maybe cutting this field in half so that we could do 2 sets of crops each year. You know what I mean? That way I would always kind of be able to have pig food, if that makes sense. But I don't really want to cut this field in half. I'd like to buy that other field that's right in front of us or straight south of the farm. But we don't have any money, right? I'll go back to this problem of not having any money. But in a couple years, we'll be good to go. In a couple years of game time, we'll be able to... Because once we get the pig food maker down, boom, the next thing is going to be buy this field that's right in front of us out here, south side of the farm. And then after that, try and get another pig barn. Unless I can figure out a way to get more pigs in our barn and still be able to feed them. I don't know. Like I said, if anyone's got any tips or tricks or ideas on how I can... Because I can only put 9,000 liters worth of food in there, and they'll eat that up quick. I just don't know. But anyways, let's get this field done. Let's get this field plowed. Let's get it planted. We'll go buy a set of rollers. We'll get it rolled out. And, yeah, we'll get some soybeans a-growing. Okay, I'm just heading back from the store. I went and picked up this set of rollers. So we got our field plowed and planted, which is nice. We got soybeans in the ground, and I'm pretty excited. I love that we got this new tractor as well. Like, drives around so fast, and it holds so much fuel. Now, don't get me wrong, I love our OG, the yellow guy for sure. It's a good tractor, but I'm very very happy that we got this. These rollers, they cost us 12,500. I'll just go show you. It's right here. I got these ones right here. Don't know how to say that word, but we got them. Nonetheless, we got them. So let me just set my GPS here because I'm helpless without it. That's okay. Nice. Okay. We got rollers. Actually, let me jump out real quick here. Yes, and we're 100% fertilized. One sec here. Let me jump out. 100% fertilized, but for some reason we only have 87% yield bonus. Wonder why that is. Maybe because I used digestate? That shouldn't matter though, should it? Not too sure. There's no weeds or anything, so that's weird. I don't really know why that happened. Because we cultivate. I cultivated, then I plowed. Then I planted, fertilized, and now we're rolling. Very weird. Not too sure why that happened, but that is okay. Alright, let's spin this corner here. If I can manage to pull this off. There we go. Okay, we got a set of rollers, which is good. Kind of a waste of money. Well, not a waste of money, you know what I mean? Like, it's good to get to roll the field so we get the yield bonus, which I think is 2.5%. You get a 2.5% yield bonus. Pretty sure. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it's 2.5% for rolling. I've wanted to get rollers since the get-go. We planted both the corn and the wheat without rolling it, so now that we got a little bit of extra cash. I mean, we still don't really have any extra cash because we have a $270,000 loan that we got to pay back. But we're chipping away at it. It's just kind of one step at a time here, one little mini goal at a time. Which, our first goal was to get pigs. We got some pigs. Then we wanted to get the production facility down. We needed to buy a bunch of equipment. The nice thing is we've got a whole bunch of equipment now, and we also have like pretty good equipment. You know what I mean, relatively speaking. Like we have a decent tractor now. Not that that other one wasn't decent, but for doing contracts and stuff on this map, we just needed a little bit bigger because this map's got some big fields on it. We basically have, I think, the second smallest field on this map. That's what we own. So, we it's nice to just have a little bit bigger of equipment. But even if we get that other field, I think I'm just gonna stick and not spend any more money on like a planter or a new set of seeders. Like it'll be just fine. We use those things once a year, so even though they're a little bit smaller, it's fine. It doesn't really matter at all. So we'll get this field planted, and then I'm going to. There's not really any contracts that we can go do, which is fine. But I'm going to probably sleep through into like May or June or something like that, where there will be some other contracts. Go do some fertilizing and all that jazz. Just gonna do this little chunk here and then spin around. Do some fertilizing contracts and stuff like that. Make a little bit of money through the summer. I'll try to come up with a plan as to what I can do to feed the pigs, or like what I can do to make sure that their health gets to 100%. I don't if I gotta buy a small little trailer and go up to the store and load up a whole bunch of pallets of pig food rather than going up there with our grain truck, coming back, and if I've got to like offload all those pallets and have them just sit in the like food drop off little trigger zone, which is kind of like the only thing I can think to do at this point. But I'll brainstorm on it and I'll see what other stuff I can do to keep the pigs fed. It'd be nice to just be able to keep like 300 or 400 pigs in that pig barn rather than build a whole new barn. But if that's what we got to do, that's what we got to do. We're pig farmers. We gotta thrive in it and figure it out. So, okay, I'm gonna keep going here and get this field rolled out, and then I'll bring you guys back into the summer a little bit slash into the fall. Oh, I'm drifting the rollers a bit there. Yeah, I'll either get through the summer, kind of tending the fields and working with the pigs and coming up with a plan, and then probably bring you back in the fall when we're harvesting. Unless something else comes up, I might do a few contracts throughout the summer, but it probably won't be anything too overly exciting. Be some fertilizing contracts, and that's probably about it. Yeah, just it just depends what comes up, but I don't think even anything really super good could come through the stores at this point that we're looking for. Not that I can think of. However, though, if I do think of something we need from the stores, there is that option where we can pay a fee to the used car dealership, or to the dealership rather, and they will try and find used pieces of equipment or tractors for us. So maybe if I think of something, I might get them to start looking, pay that fee, and see if we can get something at a discount. Because we haven't done that yet. We haven't tried to see if that feature is going to be worth it. But okay, I'm going to finish this up. I'll bring you guys back, most likely in the fall, and we will harvest some soybeans. Okay, I wanted to bring you back in June here, just while I'm doing a few chores, just before we get into harvesting our soybeans, because I think I have a plan figured out for the pig food. So yeah, what I did is I fill the pig barn with food to its complete to the brim. So I'll put 9,000 liters of food in there. I'm just dumping some manure in, and then I'll show you what I do. So then, as you can see on the ground here, I have like you can see how the ground has a little bit of texture and some weirdness on the ground. It's set up very specifically. I was like trying to make a mark so that if I park, so that my tire is like right there, right about there. And if I have this truck full of food, it will take from the truck as the pigs need it throughout the year. So I had this truck, I think I had like 5,000 liters in it, and then I had the barn filled completely full with 9,000 liters. And so the pigs are at 98% health, but they ate all 9,000 liters that were in the barn, and then all 4,000 or 3,000, or sorry, 4,000 liters that were in the truck, and there's like 1,193 left over, if that makes sense. So if this truck is full and it's parked right here, I got to have it so this back tire is like right on the dirt, or just on this asphalt. That's where I kind of found the sweet spot is, and that'll make it so that the pigs eat, like it'll kind of take from the truck as we go. But yeah, that's what I figured it out. It seems to work, and I figured I wanted to let you know, one, that I solved the problem, and two, if you're ever experiencing that in your own gameplay series, like if you're making your own farms, and like if you have cows, for example, and I've run into this problem before, where I would fill the barn with hay or silage or whatever, and then I would just stockpile bales of silage or hay in the food drop-off area, and it would work as the same idea. But if I just put the pallets of pig food there, it doesn't, it won't take them. Like when you have a pallet of pig food, if I wanted to dump it into this truck, I have to like lift it up, and then the bottom little trap door opens and the pig food will fall through it. So if I leave the pallet just sitting there, the game doesn't like register that there's food sitting there. I would have to like literally use super strength or a pallet forks or something like that to lift it up and just hover it above the ground a little bit, and that would trigger the game to drop that hatch and the pig food would start to flow out of it. But again, since can't do that overnight, it would just have the pallets sit there, and then the pigs would go down to 0%. Blah blah blah. I'm probably chin wagging too much, but I wanted to explain it and just say that I think I found a workaround, kind of, sort of, for around 300 pigs. I don't know if this strategy will still work once we get higher and higher. Like, I don't know if, because this little truck will hold 7,600 liters. Maybe in the future we're going to have to get a trailer that holds 8 or 10,000 liters. Then we park it out front there, and then just let that work. I mean, I'm thinking out loud a little bit there. That seems could be like it could be a good plan, but I don't know. Maybe that's what we should do. I'm just figuring it out as we go. Maybe I should go talk to the guys up at the tractor dealership and see if they can put the lookout for a used trailer, a good used trailer for us, at a really good discount. And yeah, that because if we were getting around 400 pigs, even with 9,000 liters in the barn and another 7,000 liters in this truck, those pigs might eat through that in 1 month. Like, that's they eat a lot, especially as they mature too. Like, we got the little, are they piglings? Is that what it is? Yeah, no, I don't know. Don't roast me for that. I don't know. Piglings? Is that what it is? The little guys don't eat too much, but Buck and the crew, they eat quite a bit. So, yeah, maybe that's what we'll do. We'll put the lookout. There's nothing good in the stores right now. I would get this, but it doesn't do lime, and we already got a spreader, and I don't want to waste any money. But let's just go look at trailers. Like, that'll hold 8,000 liters. It's not really what we're looking for. It'd be more something like this. This holds 18,000 liters. That'll hold 20. Even this, holds 19,000. If we could get this used at a decent deal. I know this will haul manure. And this will hold pig food. Will the rest of it, will this hold pig food? Let's just see. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Um, so that might be the move. That one right there. That seems like a pretty good deal. And this one's 13. What's the... Is that max capacity right there? 21? 21 for 20. So let's see. Let's see this. Can we do a search? Extended search. 1,200 bucks. Okay, let's see if we can do this. We'll get the boys there to search for us. Has got the assignment. Upon an upfront fee of 1,200 bucks have been deducted from your account. Keep an eye out for a notification for when the broker will have search assignment has ended. Okay, all right. I've never searched for used equipment before, so we'll do it together. We will do it together. Okay, well, we've got some manure into the production facility. I had taken the time to do slurry, so I'm going to head up to the store, actually. Now that I think of it, I'm going to head up to the store, get some loads of pig food, and then, yeah, I'll bring you back once we're harvesting soybeans. All right, I'm just pulling up to the Riverbend Auto Repair here. I'm going to go in and talk to the salespeople because they called me, and they have a trailer for sale. Let's actually just go look right now. They found us a used trailer. They found us a used trailer here, 20% off. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. So it'll do 13,000 liters right now. I'm just gonna see. Jump that up. It'll be 16 if we do that. Yeah, 17,500. I think we'll do that. I think we'll put a little bit of an extension on it. Why not? Actually, you know what? Yeah, whatever. It's 1,800 bucks. Let's just do it. Okay, so we're gonna buy this unit right now. Now, another kind of trick I've found with making sure the pigs are fed. We're gonna head back right now. Is it's also good to make sure their pen is filled right at the end of the day. So it's 5 o'clock right now, just after 5 actually, 5:08. Yeah. Paint's a little worn on this trailer, but not too bad. So yeah, it's just after 5 right now. And it's important to fill that pen and make sure it's like good towards the end of the day, because kind of as the day progresses and you're gonna sleep through into the next night, that's when they eat quite a bit of food. That was kind of just something I was testing. I'm like, oh, I wonder if I filled it at the end of the day if we could last a little bit longer. So I'm gonna go back with you right now. I'm gonna just show you how I've kind of got the truck set up and stuff, and then we have a whole bunch of pigs. Like, the pen is getting close to being full. I can't remember exactly. Or will it tell me right here? I wish it would tell me right here. Do I just not see? Oh, almost drove into the trees. I think we have 380 some pigs in the pen right now. So hopefully if we can sleep through into the next month and keep them at 100% health, we'll sell off a whole bunch. I also got to collect money for a contract. One contract I literally just finished right before heading up to get this trailer. Let's just do it right now. There was a plowing contract for 20,000. So that's where it worked out good to get the this trailer. I guess I could have put a bigger extension on it. It doesn't really matter. Well, we can always do that in the future if we want to pay extra and do some modifications to it. But this will be good once we set down the pig food making unit, because we'll be able to just like fill that pen and then have this trailer sitting there full as well. So we should be able to have that pig pen completely full of pigs almost like 100% of the time. And yeah, then that way we can let them get to the maturity and they will, then they'll be worth 2,500 bucks is the most the pig can be worth, as far as I can tell right now. We'll be harvesting our We'll be harvesting the soybeans next month. I know I keep telling you I'm going to bring you back and we're going to go harvest it, but I'm just going to test out our new trailer here. Now let's dump some stuff into the production facility. Oh yeah. And this tractor pulls it good. Pretty not too bad. Pretty not too bad. We're starting to make strides around here, especially with the pigs, because now that I've got a system where we can feed those little buggers and keep their health at 100%. Now we're gonna be giving her, because as soon as I can get that pig food making unit down, we'll really be able to like recoup our investments and pay off the debts. So let's do one more haul here. This manure heap is working good. The only problem is we've run out of straw bales. So I might have to buy some straw bales until we can get well, there's straw in this unit. Let's just pull around here real quick. I don't know if we'll be able to because this isn't a forage wagon, but that might not matter. Let's see. Can we feel it? Oh my god. Okay, perfect. Nice. Actually, might have screwed this up because I don't know if I can dump that back in there, but so whatever. I might have screwed up a little bit, but I'll end up dumping all this in. Okay, I'm gonna jump out there. So yeah, what I do is I park this truck right there. I always dump a little bit in from the truck. It's hard to explain, but it seems like when I park the truck here and I just leave it sit, it doesn't work. But if I back up and I dump a little bit out of the truck into this like pickup area and then I sleep through a month, it's good to go. Okay, check it out. Sorry, we got 437 pigs in there. So, okay, I'm just gonna sleep into the next month. I'll put a quick little cut in here so you don't gotta watch the animation, and I'll bring you back in 1 sec, and we'll go get some soybeans harvested and we'll check on these pigs. Okay, so we're back here. So this truck, as you can see, I tried to do it quick. I tried to start the recording, but it was automatically dumping into this area. Now we got 3,000 liters in there. Their health is at 99%, which is about as good as it gets. They produced 23,000 liters of slurry in that month. So a full pen will basically do 25,000 liters. Let's just go check. Actually, just going to move this out of the way real quick. Move this out of the way. Oh, why is that unhooked? Probably because I unhooked it. Let's back in here and let's dump some of this straw. Oh, if I can get my truck driving skills a little better. We'll get her. We'll get her. We'll get her. Probably won't take all of it, yeah. Yeah, wouldn't take all of it, but that's okay. Wonder if I can dump it back into this production facility. Okay, let's just dump this back in there for now. Okay, so now we're at 92 grand. So we made about 8 grand-ish. Yeah, about 8 grand-ish over the month. And that's from the slurry and the manure and all that jazz. I'm just going to disconnect that there. Let's hook on and let's do some slurry. Or, you know what? This is what we're going to do. We're going to jump out. We're going to go fire this thing up. And we're going to go set a worker to, if I can get it out of here. We parked it in there, so there we go. There we go. Okay, we need to get our grain headers here. And yeah, I'm going to set a worker to start on this field, and then we'll do some chores while the AI worker is getting the field harvested, and then we can chase around even if we want with the trailer or the little grain truck, whatever we want. And we'll start doing some laps, getting some slurry and stuff pulled out of there. Looks like we got a little bit of storm damage on our field that we'll have to fix, but luckily we got a nice set of plows now. So that's going to be pretty easy to deal with. Okay. There we go. Let's tab over. Yeah, this is what we want. We want this guy. We'll start doing our laps here with slurry, which is pretty good. It's nice that we just get like a little flush of cash each month for the slurry and the manure and all that stuff, especially when we have this many pigs, and they're almost producing 25,000 liters of slurry per month. That's awesome. That means we'll be consistently getting around that 8 to 10 grand per month, you know, roughly speaking, depending on how much manure and stuff we're able to put in. Okay, this usually takes about three goes, which isn't too bad. Because after we get this done, we're going to go in and we're going to check on the pigs. We might have to sell some pigs off. And then that will start to pay for our pig food production unit. We need 50 grand for the pig food production unit. So since the pigs repopulate or reproduce so quickly, it's like every 5 months they're in their reproduction phase. And since they're all at different ages, it's like they're reproducing every month. What we can do is sell off a chunk to pay for the pig food factory, which will be fine. And then once we harvest these soybeans, we'll have like a good flush of grain to put into the unit, make the food, and our whole little cycle of the farm will be finally complete. And then what's going to end up happening is we're going to run out of wheat quickly because we ended up putting it in some of the using it as pig food, which I kind of regret doing now. I wish I would have just bought pig food the whole time and not wasted any of that wheat, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. In a perfect world, how perfect could this world be? Let's see. We'll see how much money we can get from the pigs, because perfect world, what could we do? We would be able to buy this field, 177,000. What's on this field right now? Harvested parsnips. Okay, that's actually not too bad, because we could plant wheat in it this fall. Yeah, we could plant wheat in that field this fall, and we could plant whatever we want, either corn or soybeans again in this field in the spring. That would be pretty good. Okay, let's jump out here. Let's shut down this tractor. Let's bring this guy over just here quick, so when we're messing around with the pigs, everything will be all good. Let's go check and see how full this guy is. 21%. Okay, we're laughing. So let's go in here and let's go look at 1,900 bucks. Okay, so we can sell those guys. We'll get some decent cash here. 23 grand. Nice. We still got so many pigs. 21. Oh my god, we're making so much cash finally. Look at this. 2 grand. Oh yeah, there's only 5 of them. It's okay. Got to look a little excited there. There's only 5 of them. 10 of these. There's like almost another 20 grand. Sell these. And we have 13 of those. There's another 20 grand. Yes, this will be good. This will pay for so much stuff. Let's go up to these. What do we got here? Boom. Oh my god, we got 264 grand. So, what we'll be able to do, that's just selling that, and we still got 360 pigs in there. Let's sell some more. Let's try and get down to at least like the 300-ish mark. Reproduction 0%. Okay, so let's just try and plan this out a little better. Reproduction's at 50, so let's leave them. Reproduction's at, yeah, we'll sell these since they're at 0%. Come up here, what's the reproduction at? 50, that's pretty good. 25, 50. Let's just sell these guys then. 0%, let's just sell them. 50%, 25%. Okay, we got 300 grand. Wow, I can't believe. And we still got 325 pigs in there. Let's keep doing what we're doing then. Let's get down to 300-ish if we can. So we got to sell another 15. Those are 25%. Let's just go like this. 50%, 50%. That's whatever. 306. That's good enough. Okay, we got 322 grand off selling those pigs. Unbelievable. Oh, once we can get pig food going, we are going to be just flying. Okay. Let's go down and check on this guy. 41%, not too bad. Okay, so what we can do, I planned for this, kind of, sort of. We need pig food factory, which I know it's kind of at the bottom-ish. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Small. No, that's not what we want. Oh, that's just for this whole thing. Interesting. That's just specifically for this map. That's neat. 70K. No. Where was it? I've looked at this thing 100 times. No. Bear with me. Bear with me. We'll get it. I just gotta find it. There it is. So my thought process is something like that. Maybe we could tuck it back in here a little bit more. Or no, there's no real sweet spot for it there. I just had a spot here that it was going to let me do it, right? Right there. Good enough. Good enough. Okay, we got that, and we still got money to spare. So we're going to buy this field. Okay? Boom. And now we're back down to 95 grand, which kind of sucks, but we're going to be good to go for a little bit now. Now we've got the pig food making machine, pig food factory. We'll be able to feed those guys pretty good. So it's just going to take a few months, even a year. Once we get to harvest all this again, all we really got to do is pay for pig food for a year. And we got 100 grand to do that. And if we can, we're basically going to get this same influx of cash next year. Plus it's going to be a little bit less just because we'll be able to have made a bunch of pig food the whole year, which would be great. And we can do some contracts like at the end of next year when we're harvesting this field 11 next year. We'll be sitting pretty sitting pretty in suntan city. You know what I'm saying? So let's go. What did it say? I know it said it needed lime. Does it need to be plowed? It does need to be plowed. Okay, well, lucky for us, we've got a fancy new set of plows over here. A fancy new set indeed. And I'm pretty sure... Oh, did we miss it? We could plant barley. We can plant wheat. Oh, good thing. I thought maybe for a second that September was the last time, but nope, we can plant wheat. So let's get a worker going over on that field, plowing it. I'll have to go up to the store and pick up some lime. That's not that big of a deal. And we can put it in our lime spreader, get that field dealt with. Again, not a super big deal. I might turn the production facilities... I might turn the digestate... I'm not going to worry about that right now. We'll just keep selling that digestate. But look at this. We got a new field. Oh, man. I'm way too excited about this. We didn't pay off any of the loan. I know that's what you're thinking. We should have paid off some of the loan. Let's just do it to be... Let's repay 10 grand. Okay. I don't have any weird contracts hanging out that I haven't dealt with. Could do a cultivating contract, tons of harvesting contracts, a hoeing one. There are some plowing ones, I mean, if we wanted to. But we're fine. We don't need to go do any of those contracts. We need to plant wheat in this field. Yeah, I think wheat. Well, we'll do wheat regardless, and then we'll see how much of a yield we get off that other field. Probably not going to get too... Well, that's 3,700 liters off 2 headlands. Yeah, maybe we'll get 7,000-ish liters off this field. 7 to 8. And then if we go into our... Let's just go like this. Corn, we got 13,000 liters. Straw, there's 52. Wheat, we only have 6,000 liters. So if we can do wheat again, do soybeans, and then we could do corn on that big field after. And, yeah, we'll be pretty good. Wow, that's some bad storm damage we're going to have to fix. Some bad storm damage. Let's go grab this truck. Sneef, I know it's not quite full yet, but... What we'll do is we'll get this in the production facility right now, and then I'll go start it and see if I can get some pig food making real quick. Oh, we got that other field. Well, that's awesome. We had so much money from those pigs. You love to see it. You just love to see it. Filthy little buggers. Couple more years. We do that cycle, couple more years, and then really get pig food refined. Whew. We might even be able to buy this field beside us. Well, someone parked this trailer right in the way. I don't know who that was. Can I hook onto that trailer? Alright, let's get this dumped in. I think there's a hitch on this truck. I wonder if I can hook onto the trailer. No, it won't let me. That's okay. Alright, let's go look at our new pig food factory. And we need to start, it's going to be this one. No, not this one. Wheat, soybeans, and corn. So we need to activate that. It's going to start running. So 500 corn, 300 wheat, 200 soybeans. Yeah, so the soybeans is what we'll... Yeah, maybe we might have to do corn in that field. I'll figure it out in the spring. I'll know exactly what we need to put in there, but yeah, I think maybe we might have to do corn because it obviously is what takes the most, right? The corn, it's 500 per cycle, 192 cycles. We'll go through that pretty quick. So yeah, if we get a corn field and a wheat field is probably what I'm thinking. We'll save soybeans to do again, and that should be okay. All right, we're making pig food. Nice, nice, nice. It's a pretty good factory. That. If we can get on the roof here. Nah, we don't need to go up there. Ain't nothing good for us up there. Okay, so that thing's making pig food. Let's go grab some manure out of the... Yeah, let's grab some manure out of here while we're here. Absolutely perfect. Dump this in the production facility. And then what I want to do... Is that going to dump in there? There we go. Just took a second. I'm being impatient. Yeah, we got to get some lime. That's what we're going to have to do. We got to go up to the store and pick up some lime. I kind of want to wait till that other... Because I won't really be able to put pallets of lime in here. It'll just feed. And I don't think I can dump it on the ground and then get that unit to pick it up. I don't really want to dump it on the ground. Yeah, I'll figure out how we're going to get lime and stuff down here. Or if I got to take that spreader unit all the way up and just fill it up there. Either way, we'll get it sorted. We'll get that field limed. Okay, so I'm just going to back in here. We got no slurry. We've got some straw in there. Okay, so what I'm going to do then, let's go back in this truck. Let's head over to our production facility. Let's get a little bit of straw out of there. And we only need about... Yeah, that'll be fine. We'll dump this in the unit so we can keep getting manure. The farm is starting to flow a bit. We finally got a system. We got the equipment that we need. We're not super broke. I mean, we're pretty broke, but we have a lot of assets, right? We have a lot of assets and a lot of ways to make us money now. There's still 300 pigs in there that they'll grow pretty quick. They'll grow really quick, actually. And we'll be able to get like a nice influx of cash like that again. And once I'm able to feed them all the way up to their full value of 2,500 bucks, then we're going to be making some good cash. So, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of do a little bit of running around, probably go get some pig food and stuff like that with the other tractor, haul the trailer up or something, or maybe go up with this unit, either way. Get some pig food, and I will get some lime and stuff brought down here. Maybe I'll just call the guys at the store and see if they can come out with a load of lime and pig food for us. I think I'll have to do one more round of pig food while this factory does its thing, and yeah, we'll be good to go. Yeah, I'll bring you guys back in just one sec. Okay, folks, I'm just getting back into our tractor here, and so what I did is I went through and I got these fields. Well, I got the new field cultivated, or sorry, the new field plowed, and then I cultivated this field to the left here, and I used the plow to fix the dead spots on the field where the storm damage was. As you can see, I went through with the plow, I did that, and then I went through and we limed both these fields. So, just jumping off now, this field, 0% fertilized, which is fine. And let's just run over to this field. This one is 100% fertilized, but we're good to go. We don't need the plow state on it anymore, or we removed the plow state, I should say. And yeah, obviously we got them limed. So I was doing a little more thinking, and I think what I'm actually going to do is do this field in wheat rather than our big new field, just because the production facility, which I'm just going to set a worker to do it, and I'll kind of chat with you as I go, because the production facility requires so much more corn than wheat that if we do this field in wheat, we'll be able to get a good enough yield off of it, pump that into the pig production facility, the pig food making facility, and then we'll do the other new big field in corn in the spring. And we should have enough soybeans. Soybeans we need the least of when it comes to mixing the pig food, so the soybeans should be good for a year, and then next year I'm thinking we'll do soybeans in this field, and then we can do corn, we can do wheat, we can kind of do whatever we want out in the big new field. Well, I don't really know what this worker's doing right now. Yeah, sure, plant her however you want. Yeah, let him know. Okay, perfect. But Yeah, I'm pretty stoked on where the farm ended up this episode. You know, it feels like we made like massive strides this episode, but we just I knew it would get to this point where we just had to fight through enough of like getting pig food, kind of doing that quote unquote struggle, and then eventually we would get to a point where there'd be so many pigs and we could sell them off, and there would be just like this fat stash of cash that just rolled into the farm, and that's exactly what happened. And we were able to, get the pig food making factory and get another field. I didn't even expect to get another field this episode, so that was really kind of like a pleasant surprise. And I'm stoked that we got this new tractor, and I'm stoked that we got kind of some new implements and stuff. And I'm also really stoked that I figured out the manure heap, and I figured out a way to feed the animals past what that 9,000 liter limit of the hog barn is. So like all in all, this is like I can't complain at all. The farm grew in a really good way. We problem solved a lot of things that we needed to figure out, and we got a new field. That's just awesome. Which is gonna just it's gonna snowball everything, and it'll also really help get us to the point where I don't gotta do contracts anymore. I really don't want to be doing contracts. I'm gonna try to just scrape through this year, maybe doing one or two in the fall, cultivating ones or something just to get us through. But for the most part, I really don't want to have to do contracts anymore. And I'm hoping now that we have all these facilities and an extra field, if not this year, then next year for sure, we won't have to do any more contracts, and we'll be able to just be making money from pigs, which is going to be awesome. And honestly, probably what will end up happening is we'll have to clear some trees out of here, and I'm thinking we're going to need to get a second pig barn eventually, which is kind of cool too. We're really going to do it. We are going to take pig farming to the next level, pay off our loan, and see how much cash we can make. But I think that's going to do it for this episode. We got a lot done this episode, so I think this is perfect. Next episode, we got fields that are going to need to be harvested, right? We're going to have to plant the corn in the spring, feed pigs, do all that fun stuff, moving slurry around, all that jazz. But we got more fields to work now, so the work just piles on. If you haven't done so already and you're enjoying this series, please consider hitting that sub button, hitting that notification bell so you know every time a new episode is out. Make sure you leave me a comment below of what you're thinking of the series so far. Any other tips and tricks with pigs is super helpful. Any other tips and tricks with anything, I'm always interested to hear. This game is so vast that a lot of times people give me really good like tips and tricks, just stuff that I never noticed before or didn't think about. So appreciate all the comments. I'll try to get to yours as fast as I can. And yeah, this is Ultra Farmer. I am out. I will see you guys on the next episode. Thank you again so much for watching these series, and hopefully you watch to the end of this episode. Thanks again, guys. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one.